Have you ever wondered how well algorithms know you? Not just what sneakers you like, but where you will be in 10 minutes, how fast your heart beats when you're nervous, and what you are willing to do for an extra $50. My name is Alex, and I live in the driver's seat of my 2018 Honda Civic. Well, technically, I rent a room in the suburbs of Seattle, but realistically, I live here, in the blue glow of a smartphone. I'm a cog in the gig economy, shuffling greasy food from the fryer to the front door while the rest of the world sleeps. The cabin smells of stale French fries and cheap vanilla car air freshener that gave up a long time ago. My eyes burn from dryness. It's 2:45 a.m. I wanted to go home, but then it pinged. New order. 5 guys, $6.50, plus $50 tip. Distance, 12 miles, Mercer Island. $50 for one damn burger. Mercer Island is an island for the rich in the middle of Lake Washington. There are no streetlights there to preserve the natural beauty, and the fences are higher than my future. My finger hit accept before my brain could think. The algorithm knew I was broke. It knew I would take it. The road was empty. The GPS led me across the bridge, deep into the island where mansions hide behind walls of ancient pine trees. I stopped at the destination. It wasn't a house. It was a monolith of glass and concrete, black and lifeless against the night sky. Not a single light, not a single car in the driveway, just perfect silence, the kind that only exists where people have too much money. I got out of the car. The cold air from the lake hit my face, chilling me to the bone. I walked up to the massive front door. The instructions in the app were standard: contactless delivery, leave at door, do not ring doorbell. I placed the paper bag on the immaculately clean mat, took out my phone, turned on the flash. Click. A SOO of the bag against the black lacquered door. As soon as I pressed confirm delivery, a sound tore through the silence. Bling! It wasn't the delivery app sound, it was the standard iOS sound. AirDrop. I froze. Who the hell sends an AirDrop at 3 in the morning in the woods? A notification hung on the screen. iPhone, house-01, wants to share a photo. My finger trembled, but I accepted. The photo loaded instantly. The shot was grainy, black and white, taken in night vision mode. It was me, from behind, standing right now in front of this damn door. I spun around. Darkness. Only the sound of wind in the pine tops. My heart skipped a beat, then started hammering somewhere in my throat. The shot was taken from a height, maybe from a tree or a pole behind me. "Screw this," I whispered. I sprinted to the car, jumped inside, locked the doors. My hands were shaking so bad I dropped the keys on the mat, fumbled, found them, jammed them into the ignition, turned. Click, click, click. Nothing. The dashboard didn't even light up. The electronics were dead, as if someone had yanked the battery out. And then, my phone screen, still mounted on the holder, lit up again. The delivery app hadn't closed. The order status changed, flashing with a red banner. Warning: customer changed delivery address. I stared at the map. The new address wasn't a street. It was a geotag. My geotag. In the order comments field, a cursor started blinking. Text began typing itself, letter by letter, slowly, mockingly. DELIVEDRIVER. At that second, the house came alive. Floodlights flared up, Not warm home lights, but blinding white, industrial-strength LED panels installed around the perimeter of the lawn. All of them were aimed at one point, at my Honda Civic. I was blinded. I was like a bug under a magnifying glass. With a hiss, the lawn sprinklers turned on. Water drummed against the roof and windows of the car, creating the illusion that I was being locked in a cage. Alex Miller. The voice was loud, distorted, coming from the Ring doorbell speaker at the front door. It was a synthesized voice, devoid of intonation, the kind that reads donations on streams. It was reading my dossier. I pressed myself into the seat, shielding my eyes from the floodlights. This isn't a robbery. This is some kind of twisted show. I yanked the door handle. I needed to run. The car is a coffin. I tumbled out into the icy water of the sprinklers and the blinding light, ran toward the complex gates I had driven through 2 minutes ago. They began to close, slowly, with a heavy mechanical hum. I sped up, but I didn't make it. The gate section slammed shut with a clang that echoed through the forest. The lock clicked. I turned back to the house. Because of the floodlights, the windows were black voids, but in one, on the second floor, a dim red light was burning. Someone was standing there. A silhouette. It twitched. Not like a human. The movement was sharp, unnatural. An arm shot up at an impossible angle, then the head jerked to the right. The strobe light caught the face for a second. It was a mannequin. Glossy plastic, painted smile. It was being yanked by cables, like a marionette. And next to it, just in the shadows, stood someone, alive, in a black hoodie. He was holding his phone horizontally. He was filming me. I felt sick. I realized what this was. A red room, a dark web game. Someone paid in Bitcoin to watch a delivery guy run in panic. Suddenly, my phone in my pocket vibrated. A call. The Uber Eats logo flashed on the screen. Support and safety team. I grabbed the phone, nearly dropping it with wet hands. "Hello? Help!" I screamed. "Alex, this is Jessica from Driver Emergency Support. Our system detected a trip anomaly and GPS signal loss. Are you safe?" No, I'm trapped. There's some psycho here. The gates are closed. They know my name." "Calm down, Alex. We see your geolocation. I have already sent the data to the King County Police. Patrol will be there in 12 minutes. I exhaled, sliding against the wet car. God, reality. Someone knows. Help is coming. Hold music started playing in the receiver. That same jazz saxophone I'd heard 1,000 times when disputing canceled orders. That cheap, looped melody had never seemed so beautiful to me. It was an anchor, a connection to the normal world. "Jessica?" I called out after a minute. The music cut off. Silence lasted for a couple of seconds. "I'm here, Alex," the voice replied. But it wasn't Jessica. The tone had changed. The professionalism was gone. A slight, barely noticeable mockery appeared in the voice. "The police will arrive in 15 minutes, Jessica said, and I heard the clacking of a keyboard in the background. "But we only paid for 10 minutes of airtime." My blood ran cold. "What?" I whispered. "Game time is limited, Alex. Ratings drop if the target doesn't move. Run." The call disconnected. And in that same second, I heard a new sound. A slow, heavy grinding of metal on metal. The garage doors, directly in front of me, began to rise. From the darkness of the garage, a smell drifted out, something sweet and metallic. I didn't wait to see what would come out of there. I ran into the darkness, towards where the fence looked lower, hearing the synthesized laughter echoing over the perfect lawn behind me.